Well, I went to the fabric store today to get some more batting to finish up some more table toppers, table runners, and of course I come out with some new projects. I actually found a new pattern for a table runner, and Migrating Geese, it's called, table runner, and it came in a pack. I bought 2 of charm packs. There's 20 different patterns and there are 2 of each of them. So of course I had to get on it right away. But the reason I started the video, because I don't want to stop. I've sewn my centerpieces. Well, I mean the half squares are sewn. They're not sewn together yet. But this pattern calls for trimming these down to a 4.5-inch square. Well, I've never used, I happen to have a 4.5-inch square. I don't recall why I bought this, but I did. The center of this is a 4.5-inch square. The outer square is an 8.5-inch square. So I have been using the inner part of this to trim these blocks off. My battery's blinking, so I'm going to go change the battery, and then I'll show you how I'm doing that. So I'll be right back. So I'm going to take one of my blocks and put it on my mat, and this square, I'm not sure if I'm showing you, has diagonal lines right here, which means I can line those up with the diagonal line on my block. So some of these I didn't have a whole lot to cut. Some of them I have a little bit more, but it certainly squares them off. So let me show you that right there. So it's got a diagonal line right there that I'm lining up to that and lining it up there. So you can see it's certainly not square. So it has little places there to put your cutter, your rotary cutter, in each side. So I'm going to go ahead and square that up. I'm going to take my rotary color, holding this down. Maybe I can bring this in here. Maybe back a little bit. How's that? I don't know. So I'm going to put it in there. Do 1 cut. 2. 3. And 4. And there we go. A nice squared up 4.5-inch block. So that really does it quite nicely. There's the centerpiece. There are my flying geese. Now I need to cut all of these remaining squares into 4.5-inch squares. So I'm off to cutting again, and then I'll be sewing together a border. So top should be done. There are the side borders sewn onto the center. Just have the 2 ends to do now. Sew those on, then put it all together. Alright, there's the top put together. And so now we're ready to put the whole table runner together. I'll be laying out some batting. This will be the back. And we'll sew that together. And it'll be done. Pretty cool. I like it. Well, here's the finished table runner. It is all put together. And that's the back. On this one, I've only done the outside edge. I have not done any quilting on the inside. Doesn't say to in the directions, so I'm just leaving it as is. This runner is about 15.5 inches wide by about 39.5 inches long. So I'll be moving on to make the second one, and we'll see what kind of colors we got in there. So what fun!